Aoshima Island, a small, sleepy island nestled in the Seto Inland Sea of Japan. Once a bustling fishing village, Aoshima had dwindled to a small community of a couple dozen people, mostly elderly. The island was peaceful, quiet, and almost forgotten. That is, until the cats arrived. In a surprising turn of events, the decision was made to bring 3,000 cats to Aoshima. The reason for this mass feline migration was a problem plaguing the island mice. Aoshima, a small island in Japan, was facing an unprecedented crisis. The rodent population had exploded, and the tiny island was overrun with mice. These rodents were not just a minor inconvenience, they were causing significant damage to the island's ecosystem and agriculture. Gardens were being ravaged, crops were being destroyed, and the residents were at their wits' end trying to deal with the infestation. The rodents were overrunning Aoshima, damaging crops and causing a nuisance for the remaining residents. The situation was dire, and the islanders knew they had to act fast. Traditional methods of pest control had failed, and the mice continued to multiply at an alarming rate. The residents were desperate for a solution that would restore balance to their beloved island. They needed a plan that was both effective and sustainable. Desperate for a solution, the islanders turned to an age-old remedy: cats. Historically, cats have been known as natural predators of mice, and the islanders hoped that by introducing a large number of cats to Aoshima, they could curb the rodent population. The idea was met with a mix of skepticism and hope. Some residents were unsure if it would work, while others were optimistic that the cats would bring the much-needed relief. The idea was simple: introduce a large number of cats to the island. The islanders began to bring in cats from various places, releasing them into the environment where the mice thrived. The cats, curious and agile, quickly adapted to their new surroundings. They began to explore the fields, gardens, and farmlands, their keen senses alert to the presence of their prey. The cats would prey on the mice, naturally controlling the rodent population. It didn't take long for the cats to start making a noticeable impact. The mice, once bold and numerous, began to dwindle in numbers. The cats' hunting instincts kicked in, and they became the island's natural pest control agents. The balance of the ecosystem started to shift back to normal, and the residents began to see the fruits of their efforts. With the mice gone, life on Aoshima could return to normal. The islanders could once again tend to their gardens and farmlands without the constant threat of rodent damage. The cats, now an integral part of the island's community, roamed freely, enjoying their new home. The once troubled island was now a peaceful haven, thanks to the clever and natural solution of introducing cats to combat the plague of mice. And so, 3,000 cats were brought to Aoshima. They came from all over, a mix of strays and pets whose owners could no longer care for them. The arrival of the cats was a sight to behold. The small island, used to a quiet existence, was suddenly teeming with thousands of felines. The cats, curious and a little overwhelmed, explored their new home, their meows echoing through the quiet streets. Life on Aoshima changed dramatically. The cats, true to their nature, immediately set about their task. They hunted mice relentlessly, their numbers dwindling rapidly. The islanders were pleased. The plague that had troubled them for so long was finally under control. The cats, initially brought for a purpose, became part of the island's fabric. Section 5. The Cats Take Over, an island ruled by felines. As the years passed, a strange thing happened. The cat population, no longer kept in check by the dwindling mice population, began to grow. With each passing season, more kittens were born. The island, once home to a few thousand cats, now housed a population far greater. Aoshima was no longer just an island with cats, it was an island ruled by cats. Section 6. The tourists arrive, Aoshima becomes a sensation. Word of Aoshima, the cat island, spread. Tourists, charmed by the idea of an island overrun by felines, flocked to its shores. They came from all over Japan and beyond, eager to interact with the furry inhabitants. The islanders, initially surprised by the influx of visitors, welcomed the attention. Tourism brought much-needed revenue to the island, breathing life into the local economy. Section 7. The Unthinkable, a Mysterious Disappearance. 6 years after the arrival of the first cats, something unthinkable happened. The cats, the very creatures that had come to define Aoshima, began to disappear. At first it was just a few here and there, their absence attributed to the natural order of things. But then, more cats went missing. The disappearances weren't confined to a single area, cats were vanishing from all over the island. Section 8. The investigation, searching for answers. Panic set in amongst the islanders and tourists. The once serene and picturesque island, known for its tranquil beaches and friendly feline population, was now a place of unease and suspicion. The islanders, who had lived in harmony with the cats for generations, were particularly distressed. The tourists, who had come to enjoy the unique charm of the island, found themselves caught up in the growing tension. Conversations in the local cafes and markets were dominated by one topic: the mysterious disappearance of the cats. Where were the cats going? Theories abounded. Some believed the cats had found a new hidden paradise on the island, a place untouched by human presence. Others speculated that the cats were following some ancient instinct, leading them to a secret gathering place. The island's elders recalled old legends of the cats' mystical connection to the land, suggesting that the felines were on a spiritual journey. Theories ranged from the plausible to the fantastical, but none provided a concrete answer. Some whispered of a mythical creature that roamed the island, spiriting the cats away. This creature, they said, was a guardian of the island, protecting its secrets from outsiders. The stories described it as a shadowy figure, seen only in the misty depths of the island's forests. Those who believed in the creature spoke of its ability to move silently and swiftly, leaving no trace of its presence. The idea of a mythical guardian captivated the imaginations of many, adding an element of mystique to the already puzzling situation. Others blamed poachers, drawn to the island by the sheer number of felines. These poachers, they argued, saw the cats as valuable commodities, either for their unique traits or for some underground market. The island's isolation made it an ideal target for such illicit activities. Reports of suspicious figures seen lurking in the shadows and boats arriving under the cover of darkness fueled these suspicions. The idea of poachers preying on the island's beloved cats was a chilling thought, one that added a sense of urgency to the search for answers. The authorities launched an investigation, determined to get to the bottom of the mystery. They set up a command center on the island, coordinating efforts with local law enforcement and volunteers. The investigation team included experts in wildlife behavior, hoping to understand the cat's sudden disappearance. They conducted interviews, gathered evidence, and analyzed any clues that might lead them to the missing felines. The island's residents were encouraged to report any unusual sightings or activities, and a hotline was established for anonymous tips. They searched the island, combed the beaches, and questioned the locals, but the cats had vanished without a trace. The search parties covered every inch of the island, from the dense forests to the rocky shores. They used drones to scan areas that were difficult to reach on foot, and brought in tracking dogs to follow any potential trails. Despite their exhaustive efforts, the cats remained elusive. The island's paths, once bustling with the playful presence of cats, were now eerily empty. The mystery deepened, leaving everyone to wonder, where had the cats gone, and would they ever return? Section 9. The Aftermath, Lessons Learned. The disappearance of the cats remains a mystery to this day. The once bustling island, known for its feline population, now stands eerily silent. The streets that were once filled with the playful antics of cats are now empty, echoing only with the whispers of the wind. The villagers, who had grown accustomed to the presence of these cats, now find themselves in a strange, unsettling quiet. Theories abound, but none have provided a satisfactory explanation for the sudden vanishing of the cats. Aoshima, once teeming with feline life, is now a shadow of its former self. The homes that once provided shelter to the cats now stand abandoned, their doors creaking in the wind. The island, which had become a tourist attraction due to its unique cat population, now sees fewer visitors. The absence of the cats has left a void that is felt deeply by both the locals and the few tourists who still venture to the island. The once vibrant community has been replaced by a haunting stillness. The tourists are gone, the island once again quiet and forgotten. The docks, which used to welcome boats filled with curious visitors, now lie empty. The beach, once a place of joy and laughter, is now a lonely stretch of sand. The island has returned to a state of solitude, reminiscent of a time before the cats arrived. The silence is profound, a stark contrast to the lively atmosphere that once defined Aoshima. The mystery of the vanishing cats serves as a reminder of the delicate balance of nature and the unforeseen consequences of our actions. nature is slowly reclaiming the island with plants and trees growing over the abandoned homes and paths. The overgrown gardens are a testament to the passage of time and the resilience of nature. This transformation is a poignant reminder of how quickly things can change and how fragile our ecosystems truly are. The disappearance of the cats has left an indelible mark on the island, a lesson in the unpredictability of life. It is a tale whispered on the wind, a reminder that some mysteries are never meant to be solved. The rustling leaves and the gentle breeze carry the story of the cats, a story that will be passed down through generations. The island, now a place of quiet reflection, holds on to its secrets. The mystery of Aoshima's cats is a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that not all questions have answers. It is a story that will continue to intrigue and mystify, a chapter in the island's history that will never be forgotten.